What is well-being? When do you really feel well in your life? When do you truly feel well? When you're very happy, you're well. Even if you're physically ill, you're still well, isn't it? Even if you're medically diagnosed as ill, you're very happy right now, you are feeling well, isn't it? So fundamentally, well-being means a certain level of joyfulness, certain exuberance of life. What is happiness? We can say happiness is this, that, but in terms of life, your life energies are happening in a more exuberant way than it normally happens. Depression means your life energies have become very low and stayed. Happiness means your life energies are exuberant. There are many ways of describing happiness, but only those who are happy know what it means to be happy. There is nobody who has not been happy. Everybody's been happy, but the problem is they're not able to maintain it, that's all, isn't it?
All right, who do we got with us today?
We got Leo. My name is Leo.
So my name is Juan.
My name is Juliana.
I'm Stent Pryor.
My name is Johnny Tompkins.
Yes, my name is Liberty.
This is Shane Pellerin.
Rose.
Rachel.
Maria Valdez.
Sammy Bossine.
Okay. My name is Kyron.
Adrian Maldonado.
My name is Laurel.
My name is Ethan.
My name is Carla.
All right, the question is, are you happy?
My question for you today is, are you happy?
The question is, are you happy?
The question we have for you today is, are you happy?
But the question is, are you happy?
Are you happy?
Are you happy?
What makes you happy?
All right, our question is, are you happy? Are you happy?
Are you happy?
Well, our question today is, are you happy?
Are you happy?
All right, our question is, are you happy?
Are you happy?
Wow, okay, we're getting right into it.
Yeah.
I think my happiness is very up and down. Like, I think lately it's been at an inconsistent level. Like, you know, I think I rely on outside things too much, you know?
Okay, yeah.
So like this happens and like I'm just good for 3 days and then I don't know, I fail a test and like I'm just down in the dumps for the day.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. It's easier said than done, but like, I know happiness, it comes within. So like, there's this guy, he's like a guru, I guess, and he says like, no matter the situation, you have to let yourself, like you have to control your emotions. So don't let the situation make you down, but like choose to be happy from it.
Well, yeah, I saw this thing. So I got this app and like you do it's like a daily devotion sort of.
Oh, for real?
And it's like 15 minutes of reading each day. And today's topic was like finding the pleasure in the hard times.
Okay.
Basically the whole concept of this, like reading today was that basically number one is that hard times are inevitable.
Yeah.
And
sure.
number two, like you have to find the joy in like learning from that mistake or bad thing to get through it and grow as a person.
Is this app like is it a religious thing or is it just
no. This is like completely philosophical, just like
philosophical.
self-growth.
Okay.
You know, there's all sorts of books on there, like like from anything. You know, I'm reading this one right now. It's called 7 Habits of Highly Successful People.
That's a good book. I plan to read that.
You are?
Yeah.
What'd you hear about it?
I just heard it was a good book. I just all over the internet, you know. Yeah.
Like for one, you know, one of the things is making your bed, and you have no idea like the benefits that come to making your bed until like you read the book, and they just go into detail about it. Like, you know, like if you can teach yourself to do the little things like that, you're gonna teach yourself to do the big things later on the road.
Like staying consistent with everything.
Yeah, and like getting in the gym every day, and
that's very
getting
important.
on top of your grades, and like just being confident. And if you have a shitty day and you come home to a made bed, and that just gives you a little like burst of energy, happiness.
Okay, so how was your day? And would you say, I know you said the situations around you make you go up and down, but would you say today you're up or you're down?
Well, that's funny because today was started out really well. I aced this meteorology exam. It's like my hardest of the day, and then
That's good.
spent like the next 3 hours trying to move out.
Okay.
And stuff. So yeah, I was up at OSU like 4 hours away,
Shoot.
and then the last thing I did in that town was this girl who recently
Okay.
let me down. Yep.
Oh.
This was where the bad comes in.
Okay,
no,
okay.
no,
Took a.
no wood was laid today.
Okay.
But we exchanged all of our stuff that like I got my hat and my shirt that I left at her place, and she
Okay.
got like some of the things. So that kind of sucked. But then the music and the vibes come back down, kind of pick me back up again, and then seeing this little cutie over here.
He's pointing to his friend that goes to our school.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a president too. Tell you what.
Yeah.
How about you, Day?
About me. Okay. I'd say I'm in the middle right now.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'd say I'm happy because, like I'm new to this, recording and camera stuff. But recently I was messing with the settings and I got it to look crisp. So hopefully it looks really nice.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. And I also passed an exam. It was 82, didn't ace it, but I passed.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Other than that, I've just been chilling. So I'd say I'm pretty happy.
Well, that's
Mediocrely.
getting into like a new habit. It's just
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing.
Yeah, and especially like finding what you like to do, especially like I know a lot of people are unhappy or maybe not the fullest they can be because they haven't like found their purpose and what they need.
And part of the reason I was so like I've had so many bad days is just because like I would give myself such horrible habits.
Okay, yeah.
Like wake up at like 1 p.m. and eat a bag of Doritos right then and there.
Yeah.
Am I happy? Yeah, I'd say my life is pretty happy for now. The only thing that pretty much brings down the happiness a little bit is just finals week. It's a lot of studying and you don't really get to have fun, as much fun as you're used to, simply because you have priorities over wants, I guess you can say. But for the most part, we're pretty happy. Pretty happy.
So, could you say what grade level you are right now?
So I am a sophomore currently here. Yeah.
So would you say what has been the biggest transition from going from that high school, the high school finals to the college finals?
Ooh, the biggest transition, I'd say it's pretty much studying. Studying has been the biggest transition for me, simply because in high school, our teachers would give us study guides for to prepare for the final exam, and here in college it's totally different. It's like you have to study on your own. You have to know what to study, and most of the times the professors don't tell you what's on the exam. So it's pretty much you go based on what you think is most important for the most important topics, pretty much.
What do you think has benefited you the most in terms of your academic career here at UTA?
I'd say a mixture of, I say pretty much friends, having friends, because with my friends, we've been able, since we're mostly engineering majors, we have the pretty similar core classes. So for example, calculus, last semester we used to get all together and study till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and there would be problems or equations that I wouldn't understand and they would help me out, and vice versa. So I'd say making friends is one of the biggest things that has helped me here.
Is there any advice you'd want to give to an incoming freshman or even an incoming transfer student about making friends on the campus here?
A tip, just get involved, honestly. Get involved. For example, if you're going to be living on campus, attend events that REs plan for you guys, simply because you get to meet new people, make new friends, and also get to know your RA at a more personal level. I know a lot of students see their RAs as
Snitch?
Like a snitch, pretty much, or like the guardian of the floor. But honestly, they're just college students like everybody else, and just make friends. No, get more involved around campus.
If you could offer a younger Juan any piece of advice, what would it be and why?
Younger me, don't wait till last minute to do things. That's the tip I would give him. Simply because when you do things last minute, they don't always go as planned, and you're always rushing and pretty much stressing on whether or not you're gonna have enough time to meet the deadlines.
Am I happy? What do you mean by that? Like, am I happy as a person, or?
Yeah. Are you happy as a person in general, or are you happy today?
Yeah, I'll say I'm happy. I'm pretty good. I would say I'm happy because of my life and I'm living, you know. But certain experiences can make me not be so happy. So I don't know what you know what I'm saying. So I say I'm happy. I'm happy though.
For that. What experiences specifically would get you down?
Really like classes or relationships or things that you would hope would be better is not getting better. So things of that nature.
Yeah. Would you say, or do you try to have your happiness come from within instead of the situations outside of your life?
Yes, definitely. Because you, at the end of the day, you always gonna have yourself. So you gotta make yourself happy at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. What about specifically today? Would you say you're happy today?
Yes, for sure.
What about today makes you happy?
What's about it today? I got some stuff done that I need to get it done, so I kind of feel accomplished, you know.
Okay.
So
Productivity.
yeah,
For sure.
for
Okay.
for sure.
What's one thing you would tell your younger self to make you be more happy?
One thing I would tell my younger self would probably be stay on track. Don't get off your course. You got a good support system, so just stay on course and don't get off track.
What makes me happy? My friends make me happy. My brothers make me happy. My family and food.
So what would you say about your friends and family and food make you happy? Is it the internal or is it the external feeling?
Probably the internal feeling. It makes me feel. They make me feel like, I guess, warm or like at home. Kind of, yeah.
Would you say you're a overall typically happy-go-lucky person?
I wouldn't say I'm a happy, like, all the time.
Yeah.
But I do have my moments where I am really happy. Like, I'm just normal. It's not like I'm going around being happy all the time.
Yeah. So, if I remember correctly, you said you were a nursing major?
Yes.
If I can ask what type of specialty of nursing you'd want to be in?
I want to be a nurse anesthetist, which
CRNA?
is... Yeah.
That's what I want to be too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a nursing major as well.
Really? I did not know this.
Well.
I'm sorry.
So what would you say is the most rewarding part about being a nursing student? Is it the current feeling of you're pushing through hard classes, or is it the future?
I'd say the future, because school's hard. So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that eventually it'll be for something bigger than myself.
So if I may ask, what pushed you to the nursing career?
I actually wanted to be a doctor when I was younger, but after seeing how much school it is, and I sat down and I really asked myself if I could do this, I thought nursing was perfect because I'd also want to travel the world, and so there's many options that I could do that, being a nursing student, or being a nurse when I'm older, that I couldn't if I was a doctor, if that makes sense.
If you could tell any piece of advice to Miss Zoe when she was younger,
Yeah.
what would it be and why?
I'd probably say to keep going, because school can be really tough on just physically and mentally. But look at me, I'm in college now, so you eventually get there.
So you would say a big thing for you would be perseverance?
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm not happy.
They're not happy?
Nah.
Why are you not happy?
I'm stressed. Finals, bro. We're college students, you know. Like, we're
Yeah.
stressed the whole time, you know. Like, we're always pulling on ladders. We're just stressed, you know. There's no happiness right now. We just smile on the way, you know. We just make people think that we're happy. We're just smiling. So,
You faking it right now? Just faking the
Kinda.
smiles? Kinda?
Yeah.
Okay, what specifically though is not making you happy?
I don't know. Probably distance from home, but it's mostly college, you know. It's mostly my grades, my just really that, you know. Just college, just stressing me out, you know.
So the stress is really getting to
Yeah.
you. Okay, would you say it's important to have happiness within instead of letting your outside situations control your emotions?
What do you mean?
Like, you're stressed right now,
Yeah.
but you can choose to be happy.
Yeah, you can
Or-
choose to be happy. You can choose to like forget about everything and like not care about like the stuff you had to worry about and be
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Do you think you are gonna try to do that, or you just,
No, yeah, absolutely.
or are you trying
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Because obviously it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So today specifically, are you happy or not too happy right now?
I say in the middle.
In the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy middle.
Yeah.
All right. What's something you would tell, or you would tell your younger self to make yourself be more happy if you were sad?
I would say that money is not everything.
Okay.
I feel like happiness nowadays like consists of just money. You know, I feel like people see money and like, oh my God, that's happiness. You know, they start buying stuff. They start like spoiling themselves and like buying stuff, and it's just like it's like a wrong way to see happiness. You know.
Do you think you're gonna be more happy after the finals?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
It's gonna take out the stress. You know, you're just not gonna worry about it. It's summer, bro. Like, it's summer, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have fun. Like you have free time. You know, unless you're taking summer classes. I mean, then again, like you only take like, probably just 1 or 2 summer classes. You know.
Yeah.
And pretty sure that.
Do you think
It's,
you're gonna try to be more happy next semester, even though you know the stress is gonna
Oh
be
yeah, definitely. Because
on your
now you
back?
know, like I figured out the problems, what to fix, what not to do, and like probably stuff like that.
I feel like that's a loaded question.
That's why we asked it.
For the most part, yes. I could definitely be happier though.
How so?
Does that answer the question? Maybe I'm not exactly where I wish I was at in life after graduating. Like I wish I had first more money. I could have a brand new car. I want another cat. And just like maybe like finding more of what like I went to school for, so I don't feel like I wasted my time. But that could help.
So would you say, if you could go back to when you first got to the UTA campus, is there another path you would have taken?
Absolutely, because I started off as a nursing major, and then that just wasn't the right fit for me,
Yeah.
and it just made me depressed, honestly, because I sucked at everything, like the classes, like it just was not for me. And then I found psychology, and it was so much better. So if
Yeah.
I would have started off with that, then I wouldn't have had to feel like a failure and have to get over that trauma of failing so many times. So yeah, I would definitely go back and do that differently.
So
Surround myself with better
what made you so interested in psychology? Is it the mental aspect of it, or is it the social aspect of learning about how people interact with each other?
Honestly, it's both, because I like to understand like why people do what they do, and I like not just leaving it up to the universe, because like there's got to be a reason you're acting the way that you act, and
Yes,
maybe
ma'am.
it'll make me feel better about the way that you're acting.
Yeah.
And I love people, and I just
Gotcha.
love talking to people, and I feel like psychology is the best way to do that. And mental health is so important, so like why not be a part of it?
So if there was a certain aspect of psychology, you know, social psychology, clinical psychology, child psychology, is there a fit that you really want to be a part of as, you know, as you transition from your college life into your adult life?
Yeah.
Is there something that you really have your heart set on?
Absolutely. I love social psychology because that's where you get to like understand people and like what they do. And I want to come back and work for like a college one day, like
Okay.
maybe as like a president or like even just like as an advisor, because I think college kids need a lot of help and they're really neglected, and the people up top don't really care as much as they should, because we go through real life problems too on top of school.
Yeah.
It makes everything hard. So if I could be the person to like just make things easier, I would love that.
So if you were to tell younger Miss Rachel any piece of advice, and it wouldn't just be, you know, college advice, just any piece of advice,
Yeah.
what kind of insight and wisdom would you offer her?
Rachel, number one, don't drink so much when you first get to college. Number two, surround yourself with people that actually care about you, so you don't have to go through what you went through. And then three, just like make smarter decisions all around, because sometimes I live in the moment too much and then it messes me up later. But as long as you do what makes you happy, like don't worry about anybody else. I wish I could have done that sooner.
No.
No. Why aren't you happy?
I just have a lot of things going on in my life right now that,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on these things that are making you happy?
I don't know if I want to be in college right now.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to be like one of those stereotypical like freshmen who drop out in freshman year, you know?
Yeah.
the college stereotype. But yeah, I'm confused between majors.
Confused?
Mhm.
So would you say a big source of your unhappiness is just you're lost and trying to find your way?
Yes, I'm identity crisis.
Identity crisis. Why do you think you are having an identity crisis right now?
What do you mean, my fucking therapist? I'm sorry. Why am I having an identity crisis?
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to know myself, and I don't know myself by this point, and I'm about to be 20 years old in December, and I'm lost.
What makes you think you're supposed to know yourself, though?
Because that's what the world told me. Society, the government.
Okay. Would you say, do you think the source of your happiness comes from outside, like outside stuff, or comes within?
I don't believe that happiness comes within. As a social work major, that I did change my major, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
I don't believe that you can find happiness within yourself. That only means to find happiness in things around you that helps yourself. That's all that means.
Why don't you think you can find happiness within yourself?
I just don't think it's possible. I mean, humans need physical touch too, in order to feel these emotions that we are expecting. So, if you're gonna expect the emotions, I mean, you have to connect with other humans.
Yeah.
You have to connect with like other people in order to find that. You can't just be alone and then be like, I'm happy.
What about people who are content with their situation no matter their surroundings, whether it's good or bad? They're still happy, within, but they can still make the situation better for themselves.
I mean, then they're in a good place in their life. Everybody always gets that era, where you can be happy like that, and nothing around you can like stop that because you've achieved probably your goals and other things like that. So I would be eventually, hopefully.
So you're trying to find happiness within yourself?
I'm trying to be happy with where I am.
What about today specifically? Are you happy today?
Well, yes, I actually got to play Call of Duty all today and ignore my responsibilities of studying for my finals at the end of this week. But I'm happy that I play Call of Duty all day. Like, I'm a gamer girl.
Okay. Hey, you got to do what makes you happy. Now, what's one thing you tell younger Rose to make her happy if she was sad?
That my life is to live only me, and I can't let people control me and try to live the life that they wish they could have, and just like find what I'm happy about and not try to live up to standards for other people, just my standards, what I want to do.
Yeah, I feel like, right now, as a person, I'm very happy because throughout this whole year of school, I've grown and matured and learned a lot, and I feel like it has helped me understand life way better. So, and it has made me way happier than I was before, that's for sure.
So what would you say is the biggest lesson you've taken away thus far from this year?
Working out.
Really?
Yeah. Working out has literally changed my life. So.
Was that something you never did before, or?
I used to do it, but like I started taking it seriously with a different diet and everything, and it's nice looking in the mirror and being happy with the way I look instead of being sad and insecure about the way I look. So
would you say it's been a big roadblock you've had for the majority of your life, most of your life?
It's a roadblock that I never saw. That's the thing about it. But now that I know it existed, it has definitely changed the way I just even look at life. So yeah.
So would you say you train more for health, or would it be a combination of health and internal
happiness? That goes into like mental fortitude, physical health, mental health, and everything like that. So
what would you say is the most impactful workout that you've done? Like, was there a certain day that you working out and realized this is what I like to do?
I would say the most impactful thing about my workout was starting an actual routine. For me, it's the Arnold split. A lot of people do push-pull legs and full body. I do Arnold split, which is
it's not about like which split you choose or the way you do it, the order you do it. The thing that matters is having a routine that you can stick to, and you know why you're doing it. You know, like you just don't go to the gym just to go to the gym or just look good or get girls. That's not the reason you should go to the gym. Then you're not going to enjoy the gym. If you go to the gym to make her become better of a person, that's how you're going to enjoy the gym.
So, would you say that being in the gym has helped you mature?
Yes, 100%.
If there's a point at any time in your life where you could look back and wish you would have started working out earlier, is there a point that you
so
jump to?
realistically, yes, like at any point in my life. But the one thing I never like to do is look back to my life and say, hey, I should change this in my life, or aka regretting decisions in my life. I never like to do that because I believe that's a incorrect way of looking at life. I think mistakes are meant to happen and you learn from them. And going with the fact that, hindsight 2020, I should have done this now that I know, it's incorrect, because the whole point of you making that mistake was to learn from it. So why go back and change it? Now you don't know not to make that mistake ever again. So technically you never learn if you change that. So I would say no, I wouldn't go back in time and say to myself, hey, start working out at this point. Because realistically, if I started working out earlier, the reason I would be working out would be different, so I wouldn't enjoy it the way I do now, and it wouldn't impact me the same way it is now. So no, I wouldn't go back and do it at any other point.
If you could tell any piece of advice to a younger Sam, what would it be in terms of happiness?
Enjoy life. Just enjoy it. Life isn't that serious. I feel like younger Sam used to take life way too seriously. It's all a game at the end of the day. It's not that serious. You can just have fun with it. As long as you're doing it correctly, you're fine.
Like in my major?
No, in life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Dude, I'm happy as fuck.
Happy?
I love happy. I'm happy as hell.
All right. Why?
Because I've got good friends. Every time something bad happens, they like show up and they just make me happier. Like, I got shit to worry about, of course. I'm probably gonna fucking fail. Who knows?
Okay.
Like, I don't give a damn, because like my friends aren't gonna disappear. I'll just have to go do a better future or something.
Okay.
Life is good.
You know, I like your answer, because like you're not letting your situation get you down. Are you typically like that, or
No,
did you
I'm
have to?
awful. I got like the worst anxiety anyone can ever imagine. College is awful for me. I have like the worst ADHD ever. Like, I don't care because my friends got me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm chilling.
Would you say the source of your happiness is your friends specifically, or?
Hell yeah, bro. I fight for my friends. I be out there.
Okay. Yeah. And who are your friends?
There are two random ones over there. I got like Vivi. I got like Chris. I got Hudson. I got Brian. I got billions, bro.
Billions?
I love making friends. I go out in my free time and make friends. But like the ones that really matter to me right now are like Chris and Vivi. They giving me inspiration to like go play Smash or some shit.
Okay.
I need that.
Okay. All right. Let's say you didn't have those friends. Do you think you'd still
I'd
be?
kill myself.
Okay. Okay. So
don't put this in the first 2 minutes of the video. Like, you will get demonetized. Don't put this in the first.
Oh.
Okay, as long as you're cool with it.
Oh wow.
But hell no, I wouldn't make it like another day without my friends.
You wouldn't make it another day without
they give me reason to like keep going, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't live without them.
Okay, what about family?
Family, I mean, my family's cool, I guess. I've never been really close with them because growing up with them, you know, parents always find something to say that like makes you feel a way, and you can never forget those things.
Yeah.
And it's like love doesn't replace how I feel sometimes. And my parents aren't good at talking like that all the time, so I prefer to just like space out. It's a problem I have in like every relationship, but especially with them because I've lived with them for like 19 years.
Okay.
That like it's just a struggle.
Okay. Would you say you have good communication with your friends though, if not your family?
No, I'd be lying to my friends.
Okay.
I'd be absolutely lying to them. Like, oh my God, I don't think they've ever known when I've had a bad day, unless it's like real bad. But like usually, like I don't hang out with people to be sad, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a happy guy. I don't want to be sad, so I try not to keep that in. And I try not to be open with that stuff. But sometimes, you know, the cracks do show, and I get a little wah-wah. But like, we fix those. We move on.
Are you lying to me now though?
Hell
Are you
no.
lying about being happy?
Am I lying to you right now?
That's what I'm asking you. Okay.
I don't know, bro. I feel happy. I'm always happy. I'm usually happy. It's really hard to get me sad.
Okay.
The only thing that makes me sad is when my friends are gone. If they're not gone, I'm usually pretty happy.
Okay.
I got healthy outlets. I got things I could be doing. I'm huge in psychology and like stuff like that, so I know how to work on my problems positively.
Okay. So, do you think your happiness? Why do you think that your happiness comes solely from your friends?
Because I'm a fucking awful person. And I know
Okay.
that deep down. Like, I know who I am, bro.
Very insightful.
And I make awful choices. And if it wasn't for my friends, who's going to check me, bro? Who's going to have my back and tell me not to do that thing? Like, I would just create a mountain of problems and lies, and I would fuck myself over 1 billion times if it wasn't for them. Like,
So-
I wouldn't consciously think if they weren't around.
Okay, so knowing this, do you plan to change that for yourself?
I mean, I can try, but, like, every human has flaws I can't fix. I can get better at it, but I don't think it'll ever go away. I love improving myself every day, but, like,
So you're actively
until
trying.
it's gone, yeah. Like, until it's gone, my friends got to check me on it.
Yeah, I guess. Like, when?
No, like just so let's go about it like this. Are you happy today, and are you happy overall?
Today,
Yes.
I've had to study for my A&P final, so no.
Okay.
I've been tired and stressed. But in general, sure, yeah, I'm happy. I'll be cooling.
Miss Liberty, what would you say has been the most impactful experience of your college experience thus far?
Okay. Meeting my friend, Tatiana.
Okay. How so?
And Jaden. Yeah, Tatiana and Jaden. Shout out to them. Great friends, great people.
So how has that impacted you?
Definitely helping, like, not getting through the semesters alone.
Okay.
Like, when it comes to studying, understanding course material, and just, like, simply, like, different, like, social issues, things like that.
So would you say you're more of a person who likes to interact with others than being on their own?
I'd say so. I mean, I feel like half the time I like being out and about around people and just like talking to people because like I'll be bored or I want someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And the other times I just like having that time to myself, just in my room.
So if you were to explain to somebody what makes you the most, what brings you the most enjoyment, what would you tell them?
Quality time with people I care about.
Do you care to elaborate?
Just like movie nights, going out to eat, just time just away from school and life. Just time when you just can be free to be yourself.
So would you say freedom of self-expression is a big thing for you?
Say what?
The freedom of self-expression?
Yes.
So if I was to ask you, if you were to give yourself, younger you, any piece of advice from any point of your life, like up until now, what advice would you give yourself and why?
Not everyone is your friend.
Care to explain?
Definitely. It's just like, you know, like when you get to a new place, you want to like be nice to everyone, meet everyone, make new friends, to feel like included and involved in things like that. You just have to realize not everyone has your best interest at heart. So you just have to take that time to just get to know people, see how people interact with others around you or when those people aren't around. So it's just like definitely paying attention, observing characteristics of people and their behavior to understand who is your real friend and who's not.
So if you were to give a piece of advice regarding that specific thing right there to anybody watching, what is the best way to determine if someone is your true friend and if someone is just using you?
Just using you? On the true friend part, I can definitely say like, my thing is someone is talking about someone else or making statements about others behind their back to you, think about what they're doing behind yours. And as far as like just using you, if you're putting a lot more into like a friendship or relationship than you're getting out of it, that's kind of how like I determine that.
If you were given the opportunity to change anything from the last semester, what would it be and why? Yes, and you don't have to go into detail if you're not comfortable. You just give a broad statement or.
Finding the wrong friend group at first.
Interesting. So would you say now? Do you feel now you're a much better judge of character?
Oh, most definitely.
Am I happy? Yeah. I'm about to graduate. I have my job set up, so I'm just kind of waiting.
Really? What job?
I got a job at Baylor, set up as a ICU nurse.
Okay.
So I'm happy.
Okay. Well, why specifically though? Even though you're graduating, you have your job, but are there any more reasons?
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of obstacles I had to overcome to get to this place, and it wasn't easy. I don't know if you know what a DACA student is. Basically, I wasn't born here. So growing up, there was obstacles where I couldn't do because I didn't have Social Security or stuff like that.
Okay.
So being able to come from another country, come here and be successful was not only something I'm proud of, but I think it was something that I was able to make my parents happy, and that just makes me happy.
That's good. Okay. What about today specifically? Are you happy today?
I feel like I'm happy to be at this moment taking my pictures, but there was a lot of things going on in the weather right now. It's not the best. So yeah, right now at the moment, yes. Earlier in the day, not so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something you would try to tell your younger self if your younger self wasn't as happy?
I'd probably say that despite the obstacles that you're going to face, I was going to have a great support system to be there. And to not think too much about it. I'm not going to die for whatever obstacle that was, and I'll eventually get through it.
Yeah. What's do you have a specific source of happiness, or do you try to be happy within yourself no matter the situation?
I think happiness within yourself is something that you should genuinely have to begin with, and then from there, just doing other things that make me happy, going out with friends, with my boyfriend, with my family. It's just other sources of happiness that kind of adds to that.
Yeah. It's easier said than done. So you said that you think you should have it within, but do you?
I have it within me. I feel like I'm in a generally good place, but I know friends kind of struggle with that, and it's hard to make someone happy. I don't know. It's just something that I can see how people struggle with that, but I'm happy within myself.
Happy? I don't know. I'm somewhat happy. Like, I'm carrying some weight, but I'm still pushing through. You know what I mean?
Try to elaborate, or?
I mean, school's tough right now, but then again, like I've been telling some people, like, I don't know if I should be like doubting myself or not, because like right now I'm trying to get a B in my classes. You know, there's some people who are like, be grateful that you're at least passing the class, but you know, I'm just like trying to set that standard, like get a B. So I don't know if I should be happy or I should be like at least grateful that I'm passing. You know what I mean?
You said you're a nursing major, right?
Yeah.
You know, is there a certain type of nursing profession you want to go into? Specialty?
Orthopedics.
Orthopedics. Okay.
Bones. Yeah.
What made you interested in nursing?
So basically, I played football in junior high,
Okay.
and I fractured my wrist. And so when I went to like the ER, they sent me to like a specific clinic, so which orthopedics. It was nothing but bones, and seeing like the cast and stuff, like them putting the cast on, and just I guess that area specific kind of got me interested.
Really?
Yeah.
So kind of first-hand experience.
Yeah, first-hand experience of orthopedics. Yeah.
So you mentioned you're not having some doubts, but you're just having some back and forth internally about
Yeah.
your grades. Could you say what class is really giving you?
Anatomy and chemistry. Yeah. I'm both sitting at like a 79, trying to push it to a B.
No, that's good.
By the time finals come. Yeah.
That's good. So what advice would you give someone as you transition to your sophomore year? Would you give to an incoming freshman? And
Incoming
who's interested
freshman?
of becoming nursing.
Meet people. First semester, I was like didn't meet people because I'm just a very shy person. But now that I met people who've been through it, they kind of this semester they kind of taught me like what to do, how to study.
Yeah.
Even though that's another struggle I'm trying to learn is the specific way to study. But yeah, just meet people that took in the class and know what to do, and have experience.
Is there anything in nursing that's reinforced or kind of brought down your desire to be a nurse? Is there anything you've learned that's kind of
That's brought my desire down?
either brought it down or brought it back up?
I mean, it's hard, but like the way I see it is like, I mean, it's like this is my only option. Like there ain't no quitting. You know what I mean? Like you got to push through one way or another. So like, yeah, you just got to keep pushing.
So you would say resilience is a big thing for you?
Yeah, for me. There's like, not giving up. Like it's got to get done one way or another.
So if you could give any advice to your younger self about anything, what would you tell him?
It'll all work out in the end.
It'll work out in the end.
Yeah. As long as like, even though you keep down yourself, it'll work out.
I would say right now I am happy. I do know that there are some things that I have to work on to be happier, but where I am, I'm pretty happy.
What are those specific things that you need to work on?
So honestly, just keeping up. I do a lot of starting projects. I love to start new things and then I don't finish them. So I really feel like if I actually finish those projects, then I could feel more accomplished about what I've done. Maybe even like completely finish learning some things that are to better myself. So finishing what I started is really what gets me all the time.
Okay. Why do you think it is that you don't finish the projects?
I always find something new. I always want to try. I go from crocheting, then I'm like, okay, well, if I do this, then I can knit too. And then I start different projects, and I always get sidetracked on what I originally begin with. But I just need to stick to what I have, finish it out, and then start something new.
Okay. Do you think that it's not the projects, but you need to find it within, like your happiness within, instead of the things that surround you in life?
Oh, definitely. I think big part of me just trying to find something else to grasp on is probably the fact that I might like tie certain situations or certain things that I do to certain aspects that are currently going on with my life. So if I get over something in my life that I feel like is kind of negative and I don't really want to be with it, whatever I started then, I just forget about it and I just want to start a new page, when in reality, like, those are not necessarily what you need to do. You have to finish out the negative energy to like better yourself instead of you're not finishing it out and never accomplishing that goal that you set for yourself at that time, because even if you're not happy, you still have to finish it out to fully better yourself.
Yeah. Is there something specific recently that you started that you think you're gonna start, or maybe you just haven't finished?
Big project, no, but I did start crocheting a bucket hat that I have had for 2 weeks in my drawer, and I need to finish that.
All right, nice. What color is it?
It's blue.
It's blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always blue.
Always blue?
Mm-hmm.
Like always, like
always blue. Park Place, or where I work from, our colors are blue. My favorite color is blue. Everything's blue.
That's interesting. Okay. What about specifically today? Are you happy or are you a little down today?
Today I would say I'm happy. The weather would say otherwise, but I love thunderstorms and I love the rain. I think it's really calming, and taking some time to yourself makes me happy. Just slowing down and taking a look at everything.
Okay, that's good. Now, what's one question you would tell your younger self to be more happy or be, within herself?
I would definitely say, listen to your parents, but also really take into a look of who you are becoming yourself and surrounding yourself with people that you want to be with. And your parents are going to guide you and they're going to want you to grow, but you can't always be necessarily on them, because then you're never going to learn in the real world how you need to handle situations. You're always going to look back.
I think I'm as happy as I can be, yeah.
Could you elaborate on why?
Life is hard. And I think that the things that are happening in my life right now, I'm doing the best that I can be with the situation.
You care to go in detail on what's going on?
Well, sounds kind of surface level, but like I have had this injury. I had to have surgery twice for it, and it's been like really hard recovery. This is my 3rd time going through PT, and it's mentally like really hard because I can't do things that make me happy anymore, and that's it was a hard hit.
What kind of injury was it? Was it athletic?
Yeah, I broke my elbow.
Oh wow.
So that was pretty rough, and it was a big break.
We wish you a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
So, my question for you is: you mentioned talking about your arm. You mentioned that there are things that you like to do that brought you happiness. Were they physical things, or was it a sport, or was it just working out?
Yeah, I broke it cheering, so I miss cheer a lot, and like being able to do stuff like playing like random sports and hanging out with my friends. Like I can't do some stuff because I have no muscle.
So do you say you look back on the times when you were doing like physical activities? Let me phrase it like this. Were there times where you're like, man, I don't want to do this because I'm tired? Do you look back on those instances now and be like, man, if only I had just got to play that because I never knew what was going to happen in the future?
Yeah, I feel like I took advantage of like the time, and I was like, oh, I just want to be done. Like I want the practice to be over. I want to be done with the season. And then like after I got hurt, I was like, dang, I miss everything. So yeah.
So what would you say the biggest lesson you've learned from this kind of roadblock in your life has been?
I definitely think to like appreciate everything that's happening in your life like while it's there, because it's not going to be there forever, and yeah, to just enjoy life while you have the good stuff there, I guess.
If you were to tell your younger self any piece of advice or anything that would help that you think they would need to know for the future, what would it be, and could you explain why?
Probably, it sounds a little cliche, but to like trust God, because I feel like that's something that like I'd struggle with a lot when I was younger, and now that I'm in college, I've kind of like grown a lot in that like way. So I think that just to trust in the process of life and put it in His hands.
So you say you're a very religious person?
Yeah.
Would you care to say what denomination you belong to, or?
I'm non-denominational Christian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what would you say to those people who are kind of in between that stage of trying to find a higher power and not really, like, not sure where to begin? What would you say to them as to?
I definitely think like starting off like reading the Gospels, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, because those are like where you kind of, if like you're interested in Christianity, that's kind of where you get the root story of it. And I think just trying to find supportive people that like are Christian, that do actually care about you and not just care about making money.
So would you say that God Himself has been like what's helped you stay happy internally?
Definitely, yeah. And this is the stuff like the people that He's like provided me with, and the experiences I've gotten like through Him, yeah, for sure.
I am.
Why are you happy?
Because first, finals are almost coming up. They're upon us. And summer's going to be here right around the corner and everything. And I've got looking at some opportunities that are potentially going to line up this summer. I'm either going to keep working at my current job, which is at Albertsons, or either that or go on to an internship with potentially Lockheed Martin.
Okay.
Or maybe another private company.
That's good. That's good.
So I'm, kind of looking forward to that. But, I think once finals are over and everything, then it'll be nice to have like a nice break and, and kind of start the summer off right, basically.
Okay. Would you say you're happy because of that situation, or just internally, like you've decided for yourself you want to be happy, or is it the situations that are up to come?
I'd say a little bit of both, because even though, I feel like for most people, students and everything, they go through a lot of anxiety, they go through a lot of stress, for most of their finals, no matter what area you're studying or what classes you're taking. But, and it definitely helps to have like kind of that positive mindset, that positive attitude. Because yes, there is like that challenge there, but at the same time, if you're able to kind of push through that and, just kind of have like in the back of your mind that, okay, summer's going to be here soon. I've got all these opportunities to look forward to. Then I feel like that's going to overrule everything at the end of the day, versus then kind of having like a negative effect or like a negative outlook. Because then that can kind of change things, even things that are out of your control, kind of having like that mindset going into that, it's not as good if you have a negative outlook on it versus
for sure.
If you've got like a positive mindset and like, okay, like I'm ready to put in the work and, reach to this certain point, which is, I guess, summer and everything.
Yeah. Would you say you have that positive mindset?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Would you say, like, were you born with that, or you had to learn to have that positive mindset?
I've really kind of had to build it up, at least over the past couple of years and everything. I know this year specifically has been a little bit more challenging for me. Of course, even though everything's like in person and everything, and I'm back on campus, I've kind of had some difficulty within a couple of my classes this semester.
Okay.
And kind of most recently, kind of like some tests and exams haven't done as well on. So I've been, trying to have like that strong motivation to, okay, even though, yes, I may have had some bad cases here, there's still opportunities to where I can do better and to where I can get, still get good grades, hopefully at the end of the semester. And, so that way I can have at least, a good chance of still having like a better future and having like a better outlook on everything, even though with those prior difficulties and struggles a little bit.
Okay, for sure. And what's something that you would tell your younger self to, if your younger self was down, to like make young Ethan be more happy?
I would say to just keep working hard, keep thinking about like opportunities that can come and opportunities that will come in the future. Even though, there's definitely been some struggles, and I know like I remember like going back to my younger self when I had some struggles, like within the past few years, but just the continuation to persevere. Is one of the main things, because at the end of the day, if there's a will, there's a way, So if you can overcome some obstacles that are, and typically that are only short term, then long term, you'll be better off at the end of the day.
That's a good question. I'd say for today, I'm pretty happy. We're all struggling, but I think we should probably look for happiness in the struggle.
For sure. What today specifically has made you happy?
I'd say just I didn't have much to do. That's a good sign, but there are some days when I have a lot to do, and that makes me happy. But I think I'm an architect major. That's pretty much what I've been doing for the past 24 hours, 6 months.
Yeah. What about in general? Would you say you're happy in general, or?
For the most part, I'd say I'm 75% happy.
75?
I'd say the only times I'm not happy is just because shit happens.
What do you think would make you get to that 100%, or at least 80?
At least 80?
Yeah.
I think if I actually have a list of things that would make a day perfect.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've made this a couple times, and it goes, I have to journal, skateboard, read, write, draw, and do something new.
Okay.
For that to happen, I'll be 100% happy.
100% happy. Now, do you think you can be 100% happy without doing any of those things on your list?
Definitely.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Do you actively try, or you just rely on that list?
I don't use it as a crutch.
Yeah, okay.
I use it as a template.
Template? Okay.
So if I do some of those things, it's a pretty good day.
Pretty good day?
If I do all of them, it's a great day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What would you tell younger Shane to be more happy if young Shane was sad?
I'd tell younger Shane keep doing what he's doing, just because all the way from middle school, when people ask me what do I want to be when I grow up, I told them I want to be happy instead of some kind of occupation or something. So yeah, I know where I'm going.
You know where you're going?
Yeah.
Pretty confident where you're going?
Yeah, I'd say the only thing scary is pretty much grades.
Grades, yeah, for sure, for sure.
At the moment?
In general? In general and at the moment.
Well, in general, I feel like I'm a very optimistic and very happy person. At the moment, to begin with, I am happy because school is about to end and I'm just tired. And yeah, I mean, overall, I'm happy.
Okay.
I met a lot of cool people. I mean, I got new experiences that I just never gotten. And I'm really grateful for that growth.
Okay. You said at the moment, you said you'd happy or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why at the moment?
I guess because I met new people. How can I say this? Man, this is a hard question. Maybe I guess ask. It's so simple, but it's so hard.
Yeah. What new people? Why are these people that you met making you happy at the moment?
Well, to begin with, I've met new qualities and just like new experiences.
Like that person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an architecture major too.
Okay.
Yeah, so It's cool. I mean, it's just like I just get to giggle more and I just laugh more, and I just really like that. You know, it just gets me out of like those negative thoughts and those like really depressive thoughts. Like sometimes, like, you know, one doesn't just want to, the one tries their best to like not think about, but we're all humans and
Yeah.
we all have emotions, and you know, I'm not saying that it's okay to not allow myself to express myself whenever I need to. It's just like I would much rather go through those hard moments by myself and just like laugh it out and just keep on talking with the people who I recently met and just keep on like living life.
Okay. Would you say you've always been like that? You tried to go through it yourself or with the people you've met? Or like try to seek help with the people in your life?
I don't really seek for help, but I do get very emotionally drained. So to the point that like I guess like it could be seen as noticeable.
Okay.
But I don't really make it noticeable. Like I make it noticeable, but to the point where like I'm pretty good at hiding it.
Okay. Okay, what about today specifically? Are you happy today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got dressed up.
Okay. What about today made you happy?
Today I met a new architecture friend.
Okay.
So I thought that was really cool. I learned that he's from Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that he knows so many stuff about architecture, and the fact that I get to learn new perspectives of architecture through someone who I just met, it's cool. You know, like you get these sets of connections and you get to learn, like there's a, like basically overall what I'm trying to say, that when someone walks into your life, it has a purpose, it has a meaning.
Okay. You think it's always purposeful or is it just random?
Purposeful.
Everybody's been happy. In the last 24 hours, how many moments of joy have you known? 1, 2, 3, how many? Maybe you can count on your fingers. Many people have nothing to count. When you were 5 years of age, a child, how many moments of joy did you know in 24 hours? Lots of them, isn't it? Somebody had to make you unhappy. Now somebody has to make you happy, isn't it? The whole equation has gotten reversed somehow. All this effort of life, everything that you did, education, career, business, family, whatever you did, everything was in pursuit of happiness, is it so? Everything that humanity has done on this planet is in pursuit of happiness, is it so?
Wait, can I curse?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.